Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general weekly love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This can resonate with your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign, so please check out the other available videos on the channel so you get a clear, more concise picture as what potentially could be happening for your love life in this week. So it could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind, so please use your own discernment and flip the roles to how this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message. So take what you feel fits and just leave the rest, guys, okay? So everything you need to know about myself and the channel is down in the description box below, and there is a donation link now available if you did fancy supporting myself and the channel. So thank you to those who have already donated as well. I'm very grateful and appreciative of each and every one of you. So thank you so much. So let's get into this. Please feel free to leave a timestamp as well if you wish, guys. Angels of love and light, can we please have clear and concise messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus? What do they need to know for love for this week, please? And thank you. Okay, so this is the Light Seers Tarot that we're going to start off with here today. Right, let's get some messages. Okay, interesting. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Death and Rebirth here, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Eight of Wands in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, Strength card. You could be dealing with a Leo here. Just seeing if there are any other majors. We do have the World card a bit later on, okay, with the Three of Cups. The World card being in reverse with the Three of Cups in reverse, okay. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces. Or you have this strongly in your chart, or maybe your person does. We do have more fire on the table, obviously, guys. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we do have a little bit of water here as well. And a little bit of air, but a lot later on, okay? So let's get into this. So what I'm feeling is that either you or your love interest as of right now have deep feelings for you, but they have not made them known as of yet. They've been holding on to them like some sort of prized possession. They have not wanted you to see them, and they have not wanted anyone else to see them. I feel like this is a sort of secret. This person is trying to make their way to come forward towards you, and I'm getting the sense of secretly about it. That's what keeps on wanting to come through. It's a secret. It's a secret. So they may be planning on coming forward towards you to give you an offer of sorts, but they could be having to keep it on the down low as of right now, because they could be closing a very painful ending in their life here to do with the family situation with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Either that to do with their family or their own family if they have children, or potentially to do with a work or a home situation of sorts, but potentially selling of a property or having to relocate, or something dramatic has changed in their life where now their finances are a little bit in a disarray, and they're working hard on trying to build on their money so that they can have something maybe to offer you at a later date. This person could have issues with their ego, or they had issues with their ego in the past, and I feel like they were fearful of making particular changes because they were wanting to hold on to their ego. Maybe they had their pride in the way, their ego in the way of contacting you, so there hasn't been very much movement with this connection or very much communication. This person has been contemplating on coming forward to see you, but their life is very much up in the air as of right now. They're carrying a very heavy burden, I'm getting, to do with some sort of obligation to do with their finances, their career, or their family, or maybe even a karmic ex, a karmic partner of sorts, or a karmic cycle that they're trying to close out, that they were fearful of changing and transforming in the past. But I feel like this person has now got a bigger picture, perspective on their life, and I'm seeing things from a bird's eye view now, that there is more to life than whatever's been going on in their situation, and that they've missed you and they want a second chance with you. Also, they know that by staying wherever they were in the past, it wasn't really very fulfilling, and they most likely stayed there because it was a safe bet. It was a safe bet to stay there, and they know that they can't just carry on doing what they were doing because of the sake of being comfortable, that they have to get out of their comfort zone if they are really to make the changes that they want in their life, to grow and transform in their life in the way that they want it to work out for them. Because whatever it is that they have been doing, they know that it hasn't really got anywhere. And this person predominantly finds stability to be very important in their life, but they know that they can't have this growth and this particular stability and financial security in their life if they are to stay stuck where they are. This person may have made some sort of sacrifice by staying in something for a long time, potentially to appeal to others. I'm getting people pleaser. They weren't very happy in another situation, but I'm getting played happy families. They played happy families, or they gave off the impression to their children that they were happy, but they weren't really happy. And so really they've basically been doing themselves a disservice, but also their own children and their family, because obviously if you're happy in your life and you feel fulfilled in every way possible, you're going to be able to provide a better life, not just necessarily for yourself, but for the loved ones that are around you as well. And I feel like predominantly this person may have thought that the financial aspect of whatever was going on was obviously the most important thing, but they're realizing they can't carry this burden anymore to do with that. And they want the stability in their life, they want security, and they want success, but they haven't had it, they haven't received it. And I feel like this person is now having to gather up some sort of confidence in themselves to change their situation, because I feel like they've been very disappointed. Either that, or they may have very much put their career and their work and their finances at the forefront rather than their family situation or their love life, and so therefore now they haven't had the balance and they felt at a loss. So obviously if there has been a significant breakdown or an ending of a relationship or a divorce to do with a karmic partner or situation of sorts, it takes two to tango, so they haven't necessarily put in the effort to do with that potentially, and so therefore things didn't necessarily work out in their favour. But I feel like this person, when they do eventually come back around to you to express that they want something more with you, because most likely they have these feelings but they haven't expressed them, this person hasn't shown you of any of emotion, but in some sort of subconscious level they know that they need to express them to you at some point. But they may be very much just solely focused on their material world as of right now and trying to bring that get that right first before involving you in their life, especially if they have a lot of drama right now. This person does want to move your connection forward and potentially build on your connection and show you that there is loyalty between the two of you. They may feel that you have been very loyal to them in this connection or situation, and you've just been solely focusing on yourself, not getting involved in their life. And I feel like they actually appreciate you taking a step back and being away from this person while they kind of get their ish together. And I feel like this makes this person kind of miss you all the more and realize that they want a second chance with you. I'm getting as well that potentially they've been fearful of commitment, like committing to you, but they could have been in a long-term commitment with someone else, so it kind of doesn't necessarily make sense. If it kind of like they were in a long-term commitment with someone else, not wanting to commit, but then potentially they were giving off this impression that they were in a committed relationship, and they could have been living with their ex or living with their ex-partner, or potentially they were in a relationship with this person, but then gave off the impression that they were single. Maybe they've missed being single, and so then obviously there's been some sort of confusion here. I'm getting like, with there being no swords on the table, there's been very little happening in regards to communication between the two of you. But also what I'm feeling is that you have been solely focused on yourself. You may have, thought of this person now and again, wondering whether they're going to, come forward towards you, or wondering whether they are going to change things around, but you've been really focusing on your own kind of soul growth, as it were, and your material world, and seeing things from a broader perspective, which has, and taken your emotions out of it. So I feel like you're not really paying this person too much mind, you're focusing on yourself, okay? The other thing that I'm picking up on is that this person was very much interested in you, but they didn't show it. And potentially they're going to let you know when they come back around that they've had to go through a breakup, a significant breakup, a divorce or separation with someone else, that it didn't work out, okay? And that they were scared to close off this other situation in the past, even though there wasn't the emotional fulfillment. They may have also potentially rejected you at one point, but they also feel rejected from this other karmic connection or situation of sorts, as well as. So it's kind of like the tables have turned in a particular way because they didn't speak up their truth here, with the King of Swords being in reverse. And they didn't express the feelings that they had for you. But what I'm getting as well is that this person knows that there's unfinished business with you, but they can't show you their love as of right now because they can't find the right words to say, and they feel like you've kind of slipped away from them, and they don't want you to close out this cycle with them. They feel like there's still unfinished business between the two of you. They want to travel to see you, but maybe they feel there's something restricting them as of right now, and most likely it's to do with a third party situation. This person is very passionate about you, but they're stressing a lot because they avoided certain issues before and didn't make the decisions that they needed to close an old situation, but also they never made a decision properly on your connection either, and just sat on the fence. So this in turn may have got you to kind of walk away from this person. You may have drifted apart from them because they weren't giving you equal give and take. But this person knows that they breadcrumbed you in the past and you weren't going to stand for it, and so you decided to potentially leave this situation. That you weren't going to carry on having sleepless nights wondering whether this person was going to kind of step up and communicate with you and end their old situation that they were dealing with in the past. This person also, I'm feeling, is feeling relatively lonely as of right now, that they haven't got very many people that they can trust to talk to, because of how they may have treated you or potentially treated other people as well. They could have had issues with control in the past, trying to overly control connections or situations to make sure things worked out in their favour. So it kind of sounds a little bit manipulative, but I feel like that's purely on the basis because they didn't have any confidence within themselves. They could have been used to very superficial, frivolous connections for the sake of that, instant gratification and ego hit, or stroking of the ego to make themselves feel better, so that they would have this zest of like, oh, even though I'm in a commitment or what have you, people still want me. That's what I'm getting anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify the major on the table, the majors, with the death and rebirth first, okay? So Scorpio energy. This person doesn't want your connection to end, and they do want to revive it and bring it back to life. But what I'm getting is that there is most likely some sort of domestic disputes as of right now that are very much getting in the way of you and this person communicating properly with one another, I'm feeling. If they've been dealing with someone else and they're going through this breakup, then there's potentially not very much passion happening there either. And it's interesting to me because this person may have been a bit of a player or a bit of a flake in the past, or had a reputation. I'm getting the word ladies' man or potential womanizer, but obviously take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, guys. But someone who was very much more on lust-based connections and not getting their emotions involved or anything like that, rather than anything more to it. But this person knows that if they are to have anything with you and anything fulfilling, they have to kind of leave it all behind, because you're not going to potentially put in the work with this person. Okay. So you may have just decided, look, you may be on the fence of like, well, I'm not sure whether there's any point saving this connection. You know, can it be brought back to life? Is there something that we can do to make it right or not? You may have just completely given up and just kind of admitted defeat from this situation. But they definitely want attention from you. But you've most likely withdrawn from this person, and now they're having to withdraw from someone else so that you and them can work on something together. But they looked happy in another situation, but behind closed doors they weren't happy. They could have been dealing with someone who was very jealous and possessive, maybe even controlling. Or whoever they were dealing with cared a lot more about money and the finances and keeping up with the Joneses than they did with the love and the passion and what have you. So I feel like someone is definitely ending of a relationship, but they're keeping tabs on you here with the Page of Swords. They could be looking at your social media as of right now. They may see that you're doing very well for yourself and they're not doing so well, so they feel like, I'm getting the sense of they're trying to compete for some reason. Why is the, not the Hangman, why is the Death and Rebirth here? The Scorpio energy for Sagittarius, please. But they basically deluded themselves by staying in another situation that wasn't working out. See, this is it. They were putting in the effort to do with something else elsewhere, thinking it's going to bear them fruit. But you put in the effort towards this person, saying you wanted to work with them because you felt the feelings for them. But they know that in order for you and them to build on something, they have to end another connection. Where they most likely stayed there due to duty and obligation, and they have to move on here with the Six of Swords. Because it's not working out, they have to let it go. Look at that with the Four of Pentacles now in reverse. They were holding on to something, but now they're having to let it go if they're going to have what they want to have in their life. Why is Death and Rebirth here, please? They may say to you that they want to transform your connection. You may just stop them in their tracks and say, look, well, I'm not sure whether I want to build with you anymore. This person feels a very deep soul-mate connection with you here with the Six of Cups, potentially a past life situation. They have a lot of fond memories with you. Or potentially they were dealing with someone who has been in their life for a very long time, and so therefore they stayed where they thought it was comfortable. But the connection wasn't right here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They definitely had a long-term, maybe a spouse or a wife or a partner or someone that they had some sort of, maybe even legal ties to with a house or a property or a business or something along those lines. What else here for the Death and Rebirth? They're wanting you and them to reunite and reconcile, and if you put in the work with the connection with them, if they were to come back around. They want a sense of commitment and growth with you, but they never communicated about this. But they want to come rushing in with the Knight of Swords about it. I feel one more shuffle, because the cards are not wanting to come out. Death and Rebirth, please. Right, thank you. The Sun. You could be dealing with a Leo. This person wants to end whatever they were finishing off in the past to come forward because you make them happy. But they know that they broke your heart here with the Three of Swords. That you've gone through a lot of pain and trauma because of their indecision, their indecisiveness. This person feels like you bring out their kind of inner child, I'm getting, and you make them feel young, feel vibrant, and they feel quite foolish, I'm getting, that they didn't invest in the connection with you sooner, and now they're up in their head about it with sleepless nights, not knowing what way is up, I'm getting. Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person didn't have the victory. Look at that, double Six of Wands in reverse. This person wants to not feel so trapped and bound in whatever they've been dealing with, to eventually come forward towards you, because they know that whatever didn't work out in the past was purely down to them. It was purely down to them. This person may have had lots of other people been very interested in them and wanting to have more in a connection, but they never really kind of gave to these other people. They were very much holding themselves back from them either. They kind of got whatever they could get from these other people, but they didn't have very much to offer in return. And when you kind of recognize this, that if this person treated you in the same way as the others, you were like, well, no, I'm not getting the victory that I want, but I'm not going to be up in my head anymore, so I'm going to completely close this off, work on myself. You may have had to move or relocate. I'm getting moved back home or live in with parents or do something. And so you focused on what makes you happy because this other person was making you feel unbalanced and unsure. I'll take one more for death and rebirth. If there's anything else. Death, oh my gosh, death and rebirth again has come out. Death with the Scorpio card. Wow, this is very significant in reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person was, you know, they weren't happy, but they felt like they had an impossible decision to make, and so because they sat on the fence for too long, divine intervention had to come in here with the Tower and kind of really like stir things up, really get everything in motion. I'm getting this person was fearful of change. They were very resistant to change, but they know that if they are to have the peace in their life, they're going to have to do it. A harsh light has been shown on this person's love life or situation or something along those lines, I'm getting. But somebody's realising that a past connection or a past relationship or someone, if they had something long term with, that it can't be mended with this other person, and it's not meant to be mended. It's not meant to be mended. It's not meant to be fixed. So let's look into the Hangman here. Why is the Hangman here for Sagittarius, please? One more shuffle for the Hangman. Hangman, please. Sagittarius, what's going on here? Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, they've had the perspective. They've had a change of perspective. Now they want to work on your connection. And they want victory here with the 6 of Wands. Wow, guys. They want that. I keep on getting they want stability in their life. That seems to be very important to this person. They want you to feel like you can trust them, but they've definitely got their pride and ego in the way. Hangman, please. Wait, try that again. That was a Hangman again, wanting to show itself. Where's the Hangman here, please? If it comes out again, obviously I'll take it. 6 of Swords. This person knows that you've healed and you're working on yourself, on your own career, on your own endeavours as of right now, and you're becoming very successful. And especially if you've kind of moved yourself away from this person, you followed your intuition here with the High Priestess, you're not getting involved with this person in their life at all. You've very much stayed away from them. You've kept your distance, but this person feels this pull to come forward towards you here. You've been keeping your life very secret as well. So if they've been keeping things secret, then potentially you have been doing that as well. As this person wants to communicate with you though. Look at that, the Devil, 4 of Swords. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. And then we got 4 of Cups in reverse as well, with the 4 of Swords in reverse. This person, you recognise that this person was relatively toxic, or they had certain ways about them, and that you weren't going to be controlled or manipulated, I'm getting, and that you had to work on yourself and focus on your endeavours. I feel like this person may have issues with codependency or addictions here. This person could have other people around them that feel relatively jealous about if they were to come forward towards you. They may be even obsessively thinking about you right now, but they're not letting that show. because they hurt you so much, and that you've just taken yourself away from this person and you're working on you. And thereby, when you offered this cup of love to this person, if they rejected it, you've now taken that cup of love away and walked away from them most likely and focused on you. And now they want to come back around and revive the connection with you. But there's been some sort of illusion here. Like, this person may have tried to create some sort of illusion to do with your connection, or in their own situation, as it were. But this person, if they've been dealing with someone else, a karmic partner or a karmic ex or situation, that hasn't been working either. They could have been obsessively, they could have been an obsessive like workaholic and didn't have very much time for their family, and so therefore now something, they had to move on away from that, or they had to do something. I'll take one more for the Hangman and then we'll move on. Anything else for this Hangman? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely dealing with a long-term partner here. Ten of Swords in reverse. And it's interesting to me because look, 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, you add that up and you got the 10. So there was something very painful here that really hurt you or your person that needed to be balanced out, but somebody is trying to get away from an unwanted commitment of sorts and get themselves single because they haven't felt the fulfillment here. This person's trying to leave a toxic, unhealthy relationship or situation in their life here that hasn't worked out. But they've made their own bed and they're having to lie in it as of right now, potentially receiving their karma, I'm getting. But you may be unsure about whether you can trust this person or not. So obviously you'll be having to use your own discernment about what it is that you do with this person or situation here. But you're not just going to settle for anyone. You're focusing very much on yourself right now. So we're going to get some cards here from the Romance Angels to get additional messages. So obviously please take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, guys. If you're enjoying the reading, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it and I'll get back to you on those comments. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you all. So let's get into this. What have we got here for Sagittarius, please? Oh, straight out. Free yourself. Wow, powerful. It is time to take back control of your life. And then trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So this person is needing to free themselves so that they can get out of what they need to then eventually come forward towards you with some sort of reunion or reconciliation at a later date. But you've had to free yourself from this person and distance yourself from them, especially if you caught wind of whoever they were dealing with in the past or whatever they have been currently dealing with. And then to just have faith that everything will eventually turn around in your favour when it's ready to turn out for you in your highest interest, as it were. What else here for Sagittarius, please? Oh gosh, what else here for Sagittarius? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This person wants to be around you and they want to build on your connection. Potentially they may want marriage at a later date or engagement, but I feel like predominantly they have to free themselves first and completely retreat themselves from this other person or situation if you are going to be involved with this person in their life, because you do not want a load of drama. You're going to stay very much away from this person most likely until they get themselves sorted. Regardless of how much you feel for this person, it's like for your own self-preservation as of right now, to maintain balance in your life. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and divine timing is at work in your love life with worth waiting for. This person sees you as their one, and they feel that if they go through these changes it would be worthwhile in the long run, and they want this with you. And potentially you've gone through a lot in your own life, okay? You may have thought that this person was the one in the past and you had to free yourself, eventually knowing that if it's meant to be, it will meant to be at a later date when it's kind of the dust has settled, or when there's been certain issues, maybe childhood issues or childhood trauma or inner work or shadow work or addictions or codependencies or whatever has been addressed and sorted out. Like this person could have a lot going on in their life, and you may have known that at the time and followed your intuition and gone, okay, well, if it's meant to be, it will be at the right times. I feel like you've kind of really been working on yourself. Yeah, you know that this person's your soulmate here, but you've had to take yourself away and love yourself first because you are deserving of love. And if this person just came before to give you some sort of lusty hookup or a one-nighter or what have you, you stood your ground with this person and said no, that you weren't going to do that. Even if they were single, but especially if they weren't single and they were dealing with someone else, you were like, well, hell no, I'm not dealing with that. You know, if you really want me, then you're going to have to sort it out. So they're having to make changes. So let's look into the soulmates in separation, the unspoken love messages, and see what either you would like to say to your person or what they would like to say to you whilst you're apart from each other as of right now. But they feel relatively lonely without you, I'm getting. Let's, straight out, gosh, okay. I miss you more now that we are apart. I still feel your presence, your energy around me. Wow, guys, well, I've just literally said that and the card came out. Wow. Yeah, I never truly moved on, even though I appear so. So if you had a romantic connection with this person or even a solid friendship in the past and they rejected your friendship, or if they went on a different route or what have you, they weren't really able to move on from you. They would always have you in the back of their mind or what have you. Like, what if? I'll take, what else have you got? Sagittarius? Anything else for Sagittarius? Thank you. There we go. You accepted me for me, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I couldn't do the same. I'll take one more. I feel one more. Thank you. You deserve much more than what I could give at the time. And then bottom of the deck, hurting you hurt me even more. Yeah, they know that they hurt you. They know that they broke your heart with whatever happened in the past. I struggle with revealing my true emotions and feelings. Judgment. I'm making the decision once and for all to turn this around. Well, that's what they want to do. But obviously it's down to you about what it is that you're doing for yourself in this situation. Obviously you guys would know a lot better about your relationship or your connection a lot more than I would, as this is a general reading, okay guys? But anyway, that is the end of the reading. So I hope that you have enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. I hope that you have a very good week, and please take care of yourselves, and we'll speak to you again very soon. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye for now.